Good evening.
Hi. Sorry.
Have you calmed down now that your technical issues have been resolved?
A little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe him.
I want you to say that I took my meds.
Okay, good.
Took my meds. I'm my 10 o'clock meds, which means by 11 o'clock, I'm going to be down for the count. But hey, I've got a good hour in me before they hit. Oh, God. Okay, I didn't even bother doing an introduction because anybody that watches this show knows you, knows both of you as family to me, family. You are my sister, Lynny the Pooh, my paranormal husband, Jeff, who I share, with it works so well.
It works. It works
so well for me. I can't even tell you. I can't wait till September.
Mm-hmm.
You, sir, better be up and around.
He will be.
End of September, I want to be able to play paranormal and have supernatural shenanigans with you.
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to talk about the trials and tribulations today. Oh my God, there's a mosquito in here. Okay, so the title of tonight's show is When You're Going Through Hell, Keep Going. Description. Though the famous, I can't read this without my cheaters. My God.
Well, I can't read it anyway, so.
Oh, geez, I know. And that's something else we'll be talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, now I can say it. Though the famous phrase is widely attributed to Winston Churchill, which I don't think he's the one that said it. I think he stole it, but that's okay. That's just me. Tonight we will put it to good use for our own purposes. Reason enough to explore the concept of trials and tribulations, all the obstacles we each face on a daily basis. It's just our consistently chaotic reality, a fact of life. Confronting the demons that routinely rear their ugly heads, whether it is a natural disaster, a sudden illness or loss, a car wreck, a fall, a disaster in one form or another, tends to befall us all too frequently. My Lynny and Jeff Bowling will join me for a relevant, uplifting message for all of those who feel like they are going through hell alone. You are not alone.
No.
Anybody you know and ask them what they are facing right now. Most people just, they internalize their issues. They internalize their fears about what's coming their way. But when we reach out to each other and open that box, which sometimes seems like Pandora's box, it's amazing the relief that it brings, the peace of mind that it brings. And Jeff, you have, everybody knows what I'm going through, so we're going to just skip right over that. But you're facing double hip replacement.
Yeah.
No small matter. A real big deal. An operation that they didn't even conceive of until about 50 years ago.
Yep.
And so you have a whole new chance at having a whole new life because of medical technology and your willingness, your strength, your resilience, your perseverance, your courage to go through something that difficult. And I know what it is because my mom fell and broke her hip years and years ago in 2012. And we were all out. The whole rest of the family was out on the set of The Conjuring when they were filming the movie. And we got a phone call that mom had fallen and broken her hip and had to just pack up and drive back from Wilmington, North Carolina on the set, and got into the hospital en masse. All 5 of her children were there. And I saw what she went through and stayed and helped in her recovery. So I understand what you're facing. Yeah. I also know that you are perfectly capable of not only facing it, but coming out pure and perfect and whole on the other side of this and free of pain.
Mhm.
No.
So I celebrate the fact that you weren't willing to just live with the pain, that you just got to the point where this is something that has to be done. So the floor is yours, darling. And then we'll move to Lynny, but the floor is yours because I want you, to the extent that you wish, to share your experience.
Yeah, well, my experience, with the hips, I had been working with the doctors for over 5 years on this now. And I finally just couldn't take it anymore. And the one doctor told me that he only does the shots and didn't do surgery. So we talked to the primary doctors and we got a new doctor and we're moving right along. And definitely was something heavy on my mind about going in for this surgery. It's been, not easy for me to, to handle, I guess, but I am getting through it good. And it's remarkable. It's remarkable what's happened and how the pain's gone in the left hip. The only pain I have now is I have some muscle pain and some other things, that are all surgery related pain. It's not the hip pain anymore.
Right.
But we have the right hip who's screaming and yelling now and waiting for its turn.
Yeah, my turn. Pick me. Yeah.
Yeah, Maisie's in the background growling at us.
Yeah, she's unhappy because she can't be with Annie.
She can be with us. Bring her on up.
There we go. All right.
I don't know where Maisie, this is my baby girl.
Yep.
Never forget. Always remember and never forget, Lynny. I held her first.
I know. We know.
Yeah. So had my pre-surgery visit this morning with the doctor for the second hip, and he's pretty up for it, and he says we're going to take care of it. He says, but just always remember that things might not be the same as the other one.
Yeah.
He says things could go where it may hurt more afterwards. It may not hurt more afterwards. It could just go like nothing. And he says, but they're never the same. He said to me today, and says just kind of remember that. And it's been hard getting around for the first 2 weeks, 3 weeks getting around with a walker.
Yeah,
because I really couldn't move much, but over the weeks it's gotten different, and I've transferred from a walker to a cane, and lately I've been catching myself walking around the house and stuff without
He's
the
like,
cane.
where's my cane?
And then I have to take and find the cane. It's because I've left it somewhere. But
isn't that a good sign, though?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Isn't that a good sign? But I was very touched personally, Jeff, when Lynny let me know that you had some trepidation about having this surgery. And because of the experiences that you have had, paranormal experiences, near-death experiences, you come from an entirely different perspective. And I understood that because I've had, not like experiences specifically, but like experiences generally.
Yeah.
And so one night we had a conversation, and I hope that it eased your mind and that it made your transition into this process a little bit easier to be able to speak so openly about what you were feeling. I think that people all too often, as I said earlier, internalize. We don't want to ever be perceived as weak.
Nope.
And especially men, you guys have a real issue.
Because we're stubborn about that.
Yeah, I'm just saying, not for nothing, but and Bill, I know you're listening.
And I've had that since I've been healing here 2 times where I've got up and did things when you're being told you can't or shouldn't, and then you take and you get up and do it anyways because
Uh-huh.
you're so stubborn about it. But
Yeah.
And then you're in pain after.
yeah,
So yeah.
Yeah.
I've been walking. I've been starting to walk. I started with the quarter of the block here in front of our house.
Mhm.
Started walking around and stuff like that, and then I kind of graduated to the quarter-mile block around the corner here
Mhm.
and started walking around. But then when I get home, then I've got the muscle pain from the incision site and some of the muscles around the hip and things that are just surgery related stuff. But the right hip says, hey,
I still hurt. I'm not fixed
hurt,
yet.
I'm hurt and I'm screaming at you because you did what you did. But
Yeah.
the thing is, it's not a problem. But the thing is I've got to get that left hip strong.
Yeah.
So that I can move when the right hip's weak. So,
yes.
How are you feeling about going now that you've done the surgery and you had concern? Maybe say what some of your concerns were going into surgery.
Well, I was just, as Andrew, as you stated, I had the feelings of things that with the near-death experiences and the things that have happened in my life. I was worried, and so that's what the big part of it was in that, and now that I've been through all the pre-surgery stuff and all that thing, and the group that did the actual work that day, the people in surgery prep and the anesthesiologist and all the other doctors and nurses and everything, I had such a good day with them.
Yeah.
It just because they were upbeat and, I could joke with them and they joke back with you. And it just, made me feel really good.
Yeah.
And it just, all the things that they do. I mean, they make you do a lot of things for yourself now when you're prepping for surgery.
Yep.
But that was all right. I joked at them about it. I told them, hey, what are you guys doing today? What am I paying you for today?
I'm doing all the work here.
Yeah,
You're just watching.
Here. I got to do this. I got to do that and everything. And, so they were, joking around with me and everything. And then the anesthesiologist come in. And, of course, he asked a bunch of questions, and then we talked about the blood clots and the NDEs and stuff like that, and he was really interested in that and things, and so it was it made it a good feeling going into it. And I mean I don't even really remember getting to the operating room. They gave me a shot before we left the pre-op area. And by the time I got to the surgery, I may have seen the lights and stuff like that, but I don't remember anything until I woke up in the room. And I don't even remember waking up in recovery. I more woke up in a room, hospital room that night.
And they took you upstairs.
They took me right upstairs, but it was, but I did feel like they had me strapped to the bed because they had a apparatus they put between your legs, and then they strap your legs to that apparatus so you can't move.
It's just a foam block.
Anyway, and so that you can't roll or get out of bed or any of that kind of stuff.
I don't know. Sounds more like torture to me, but
It kind of was. They had straps and everything.
God.
I'll take a picture next time.
But it was, it just not being able to move when you but they also had the pulsating.
Your Pultox.
No, the pulsating
the
compression socks that fill up with air and then release and fill up with air and release. They had those on me as well. But other than that,
blood pressure cuffs, right? They're they swell up and then you release and they swell back up.
They're kind of like a blood pressure cuff, but they go from your knees down to your ankles and stuff. But so I kind of felt trapped when I first woke up, not knowing really what was going on and stuff. And I had to pull the blankets up and take a look to see what was going on.
Legs are strapped down.
But I mean, other than that, I got it and stuff. And then as the next morning, I mean, the physical therapists were there bright and early the next morning, and we got out of the bed and had to move around the room and do some things. And then they took me to physical therapy, and it was on the other end of the ward from where I was at, and I had to walk all the way to the other end.
And that was
I didn't know they made you walk.
So it was,
that's a long way.
it was okay. I mean, with the walker and everything, I got okay and didn't really have a bunch of trouble. They actually made me do some stairs while I was there. And then they have what they call a car, and it looks like a car almost. And you have to figure out how to get in and out of the car after the surgery and stuff. And you need to be able to do all that before they let you go home.
Mm-hmm.
And then after I got all done with that, we went back to the room and got ready to come home.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how quick it was. And there's a whole bunch of things that we have to watch for to not do once you're home.
Yes.
And you got to make sure you don't bend your hips on that side of your body over 90 degrees. You can't go to 45 degrees because the muscles are still loose, and they don't want the joint to dislocate and all this kind of stuff. They got to let the muscles, tighten up and everything. And, but it really was a positive experience, after worrying about it. And I thank you for talking to me, because it really did help.
Oh, I'm so glad.
And I just, I feel so much better now, especially with the left side and the right side screaming at me yet, but
it's for 2 more weeks.
Yep.
You're going to have a whole new life, Jeff.
I know.
A whole new life.
Yeah.
You will reclaim your life and your youthfulness. And frankly, when I saw you in April, I said to Lynny, I've never seen that man look so good.
Mm-hmm.
And you were in terrible pain, but I didn't know it. You had a glow and a vibrancy about you, and I was just, I was hoping you were just so thrilled to see me. I was hoping that was the reason, but either way, I know that Lynny is your primary caregiver, of course, but I also know that I know you, and I know that you developed friendships with your caregivers in the hospital, your doctors, your staff. And, I did too. I mean, it's, I wouldn't say that I'm bashful. I'm modest. Don't make me slap you. I can leap right through that screen. I'm all magical and shit. And I can reach right through that screen.
I'm shocked.
Oh, are you shocked? But I'll walk into my doctor's office and I'll whip my shirt up and I'll be like, can you just look at this puckering thing that's going on here? Just letting it all hang out, and and I'm thinking of you sitting on that table.
Oh,
and
yeah.
They come in and ask, well, you got to do this. And I said, oh, don't worry about it. I'm used to it, because my primary doctor office is a residency program for the hospital. And so I see different doctors, whether it be male, female, all the time.
Yeah.
And so, but the experience just really was a positive one. And
once we get the meds figured out.
Yeah. And the thing is that I always try to, what do I want to say? Be kind and be polite with people.
Yeah.
Even though you're hurting.
Yeah.
That's something I've over the years have really had to work with.
Yeah.
But I felt that I have, made a bunch of changes in that area and everything and stuff, and I'm still working on it.
Well, I think you're just lovely. And, I've got a caregiver team from my oncologist, my PA, my, I like everybody, my triage nurses, my infusion nurses. I've got like 10 women that take care of me, and one male tech in the PET scan area who I see. And, it was so nice. His name is Tyler. And when I went in a few weeks ago and I was feeling very vulnerable because I was doing this, massive test by myself.
Yeah, when you went, yeah.
And I was, just feeling particularly emotional and vulnerable, which I had never had before because I always had my sister, my support system right there with me all the time. And so going in there, I was a little nervous. I think I probably knew that there were some changes going on, and
I think that you did
to detect them. And I was, I felt a little bit of trepidation about that.
Yeah.
Based on what I wrote the day after, which I covered, I think, last week on Soul School.
Mm-hmm.
It was really like an awareness that there were some rapid changes happening that weren't particularly good. And when he walked in the room to give me the infusion of the toxic waste that they have to light your whole body up and everything, he said, I was going to take today off. And yesterday I saw your name on the schedule for today. And he said, I came to work specifically so that I could see you. And I got up out of my chair and wrapped my arms around this lovely young man. I know all about his wife. I know all about his daughter. I know all about his dog.
Yeah.
Okay. I've had, I think, 5 or 6 PET scans. So, when people say, oh, you're glowing, I'm like, oh, well, if you had as many PET scans as I've had, you'd be glowing too.
Yep.
And when you form those bonds with the people that are there to help you, and that they really care about you, for him to rearrange his work schedule to make sure that he was there to take care of me that morning was such a gift and such a blessing. And I know that you developed the same kind of relationships with your care team. And I think that's wonderful that has happened for you, because you will always remember what these people did to give you a new life, Jeff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's, they're people doing a job too, and you gotta know that they're there to do their job and try to make it light and airy for everything going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, they know they're not working on a piece of machinery. Yeah. They know they're working on a human being with feelings and frailties and concerns. Yeah. And for them to be sensitive to that, the way that your team has been and my team has been, I think that I've always said, teachers are a wonderful part of our society, what they give of themselves. But our medical caregivers are equally special, people that give of themselves and have a calling to do what they do.
Yep.
Yep. It's important. And now we need to get little Miss Lynny off to take care of an issue of her own, my bright-eyed, bushy-tailed sister.
It's just a surprise how fast it's come on.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, nobody knows because I haven't said anything.
Well, I sort of just did. So.
But I mean, explanation-wise. Well, Candace knows. But I have cataracts. Right at the same time of the surgery, I noticed I was having a lot of issues with my left eye, and it was and then I've totally lost the vision in my left eye now. So I have cataracts in both eyes. There's 3 types of cataracts. My left eye has all 3 types, and one of which is like a fast growing type, which is why I can still see through my right eye.
Yeah.
So yeah, next Tuesday I go for an evaluation, and we'll slip in a cataract surgery around Jeff's other hip. So just one more thing. I mean, I know it's not like life-threatening or anything like that, but you know, I have an autoimmune disease. Anytime you mess with my body, anything could go wrong. And so I you know, it always makes me hesitant.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're
Amazing.
gonna come through this with flying colors.
See, I was worried this was going to happen. Hold on. I'm so sorry.
What did she do? She unplugged everything.
Yeah, she's trying to sneak in between us here, and she
She unplugged the lamp.
unplugged the lamp.
She's like,
Maisie, it's Auntie Annie here, honey.
right there.
You need to behave now. You be a good girl, and Mom will take good care of you. Oh, so sweet, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where my peanut is. Peanut Buttercup, where are you? Oh, I'm sorry. Peanut Buttercup
Is she
underneath. She's asleep underneath the blankets.
Mm-hmm.
It's
That's
like
late.
150 degrees here, and she's
Yeah.
up underneath the blankets.
Maisie does that too.
Oh God, these little ones, you know, they're so precious, but oh my God. No, she's, you know, she used to be a really good co-host. Remember back in the day?
I do. Yeah, she used to be. And
You know,
now
I would hold her in my arms. I would get the sweet kisses. She would go for the lip lard. You know, I mean, and now she's like, oh God, Mom,
she doesn't even want to be bothered.
I'm just gonna go take a nap and,
She doesn't want to be bothered.
and get a full body rub and go out for a little run around before sleepy time. But all right, Maisie, I'm sorry, honey, you're not going to get to see Peanut Buttercup. She's indisposed tonight. Oh, that's okay. You know, we got the family dog here. She's
we kind of share her. She'd rather see humans than dogs anyway.
I don't know how we ever. I understand why dogs were domesticated from wolves.
Oh yeah.
Because, you know, how could human beings even get through this life? And I remember Max and how close Max was with Jeff and, you know, his companion. I mean, went everywhere, did everything with him. And now you've got your little Maisie. And I don't know. That's about, well, other than Peanut Buttercup and little Sam I am over here. Or he is either.
We got some good dogs.
Lucky dogs. Very, very, very lucky dogs.
Yep.
So, Lynny, I would like you to wear the pirate eye patch.
Yeah, the pink one.
Yeah, the pink one, the pink pirate eye patch.
Next time you see me, I'll have that on.
You know, so the subject of A World Awakening tonight is, again, if you're going through hell, keep going. And it's about perseverance. It's about having the courage to just walk on, to make every day important, to make every day part of your healing.
Right.
And I know, Lynny, that you're afraid that you're going to have an issue when Jeff needs you most. I know that. Okay. And I'm just saying it out loud. I haven't said it to you before. I don't mean to spring that line on you.
No, but
we'll have a live broadcast.
It's always
concern. I know you. And I know your concern is that you're not going to be able to do everything that you need to do to help him while you're going through your own personal hell. I get that. But let me assure you, my father had about the worst cataracts that you can have and glaucoma, and had great doctors at the VA that he's going to be 90 years old in 3
I know. Crazy.
And sees with 20/20 vision. And all that I had to do now, please keep in mind that if my father gets a hangnail,
Oh, I know. A little bit of drama. Roger comes with a little bit of drama.
Just a little bit of,
Little bit of
oh
drama.
my God. You both
Yeah, we know.
well, it's an oh my God moment. And so when he came back from having his cataract surgery, and I took him for both eyes, 2 different trips.
Mm-hmm.
And, it would be time. And I was so good. I was like, Dad, it's time for you to take your meds now. You have to take your eye drops. And, he's like the worst patient of all time. I mean, just so bad. And he would lay on the sofa and throw his head back and hold his eye open like he had no musculature to do that without using his fingers, so that I could put his eye drop in for him. And when that single drop hit his eye, he would do, like it hurt or something,
Oh,
it didn't. It was
just I know. No, I can see it.
That was it. And after about 2 weeks of that, I'm like, oh, come on, old man, put your own freaking eye drops in.
Yeah,
you know how
really.
to do it. Oh God.
It's not, it's, I guess I should just say, I'm not scared of like the surgery. I do have a thing about the eye, like you and I talked about, where I can't watch anything to do with anybody's eyes.
I know.
In a movie, nothing.
Yeah, I know. That's like me with the dentist. It's like,
yeah. Well, I have it with the dentist.
Yeah. Honest to God. Then
so
go to
there's,
the dentist.
Yeah, there's that, but that's not the thing. It's that it's one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
In the last year, I have lost my father.
Mm-hmm. I know.
6 months later, I lost my bonus child. And then a month ago, I lost somebody extremely important to me. And then like a week later, oh, well, and by the way, you've got to have, at first, it was a little bit scary at first because it happened so fast that, we were a little concerned.
Same with this, with the turnaround with this. It's like, you have a re-emerging aggressive form of cancer. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Yeah, exactly.
We were making progress here. What are you talking about?
Right. So it's just one more thing.
Yeah.
It's don't give me a minute to catch my breath. Don't give me a minute to build up any reserves. Just dump more on top of me. And the deaths are the big thing, but in between all of that, there's been so many small things.
But important things.
They are, but I mean, like, Lindsay and Josh breaking up and Bradley losing his job and just everything.
Yeah. Life is full of little traumas and big traumas. Little traumas and big traumas.
Right.
Yep.
And it always helps to have somebody that you are friends with or somebody that you can talk to and talk through things.
Somebody trustworthy.
And support.
Support.
You have a support group for it. It just, always try to be there and always try to answer and help if you can.
Yeah.
I got tissues, Lynny. You want tissues?
Oh, actually, I'm having a hot flash.
Oh, okay. Well, me too. Me too. I'm having a hot flash. My nose is dripping. Isn't this so charming and lovely for a live podcast?
Let's dab.
Great. Just great.
We just dabbed. All right, we're good.
Yeah. Okay.
This is what happens when you're,
a woman.
Yeah, a woman. Yeah.
Don't you unplug that light?
Yeah.
Don't you do it, Maze.
Oh my gosh. But so anyway, here's the thing. This is why I sent you that last message I sent you. Mm-hmm. I was trying to decide and I have this problem a lot, and you know that. I worry about, I'm negative by nature, and I worry about that sometimes because I only want positive things around you. And I was just a little bit concerned because I am in a negative headspace right now. But then I thought, but I'm still moving forward.
Yeah.
I'm still moving forward. I think back, and I had all these grand plans, and I'm like, Andrew, I want to do this and this and this, and I can do shows, and that was a huge step for me because I do not like being on this camera whatsoever.
You'll get used to it.
I'm much better now. I'm much better now, but I was really concerned about that because I also feel that the people that watch this show deserve a positive experience, and I was concerned I couldn't be positive, but it's
not all roses and fucking
right.
Dust.
Right. That's where I landed. That's where I landed. Is it's not, and it hasn't been.
Right.
I always say the last good year I had was 2019. We had a kick-ass year 2019.
We did. We had a kick-ass year in 2019.
We did. And 2020 was shaping up to be really, really good too.
Best year. Boom. Yep.
Yeah.
Boom. COVID. Yep.
Yep. And it completely changed our lives.
But we all boomed together.
We did. We did. I mean,
it affected everybody on this planet.
It did.
Leveled the playing field entirely.
It
didn't matter how much or how little money you made.
It
didn't matter. Nothing mattered.
Right.
It was us against a killer virus. Period.
Yeah.
It was. And but it was traumatizing,
It was very,
when I said big traumas, little traumas, COVID was a big trauma.
Yeah.
And it literally changed the way, people, it created so much stress, so much anxiety that it literally altered our doctors, scientists now are studying the effects of COVID on the general population. And it literally chemically restructured our brains to release stress hormones more quickly.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't take as much to upset us as it once did because of going through that experience together.
Yeah.
But, and that was hell. COVID was hell. COVID still is hell. 300, an average of 300 people a week die from COVID in this country still.
Yeah.
You never see it in the news. There's a lot of other stuff in the news and you just don't, I guess they think if you pretend it doesn't exist, that it will go away. It's never going away.
It's never going away and people just quit talking about it.
Still continue to guard against it and be careful. And you and I both have compromised immune systems, me for an entirely different reason. So we have to be careful when we go to these events and, where everybody's in your face and everybody's in your arms and you're sharing space, you're sharing air, you're sharing germs, you're sharing for better, for worse. But
the con crud.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Remember in 2019 or 2021, I think. We were leaving UFO Con because we didn't have it in 2020 because of COVID. And the new, as we were all leaving that morning and I was getting, all tucked into the back of the truck with you guys. And I kept hearing everybody said, be safe, don't die.
Yeah.
They weren't talking about don't die on the highway. They were saying don't get
die.
COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when I did get COVID, it was up at the stew. But not the first year. The second year I went. It was so crazy. That was the first time both of us had COVID. I think it's the only time we've had COVID was the Sioux in 22. Actually, 22.
Yeah. Well, here's the news flash.
Yeah.
There will always be another virus.
Yeah.
There will always be another natural disaster.
Mhm.
There will always be another death in the family or amongst our friends.
Yep.
And that is when we have to circle the wagons and be there for each other. And I think that a very important part of this world awakening to our need for each other, that was the real hit from COVID.
Yeah.
Being forced to stay away from the people that you loved the most because it was the only way you could keep them safe.
Mhm.
And understanding that we need what we have with each other. You know, when the two of you pick me up in Detroit and I see your faces, I get like this flush, this glow. I mean, I crawl up into his arms, you know, to the point where his chest hair is tickling me through his shirt. I can't get close enough. And then you grab me and start bouncing around like Tigger.
Yeah,
you know, and I'm like, oh, my back. She's hurting me, Jeff. Peel her off of me. And so that is when you're going through hell, find heaven in the arms of your loved ones.
Yeah.
And you are my loved ones.
Always.
My loved ones. And you're going to do just, if I have to, I swear to God, if I have to get on a plane and come up there and put eye drops in your eye for you.
Oh, I'm going to be fine.
Okay.
I'm so sick of this thing already.
Okay. Now, you know what that's called? A positive affirmation.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm,
Thank you.
If when I go in on Tuesday for the evaluation, if they were to say to me, oh, we can do it today, I'd be like, let's go.
Let's go.
Because I have a new appreciation for my eyesight. A new appreciation for sure.
I get it. I know. Well, the chemo messes with my eyes. You know, particularly my left eye. Yeah. And there's nothing wrong with my eyes. I mean, other than I can't see anything up close without my fingers on, but you know, still it does mess with them. And there are, you know, some days I'll wake up and this eye is so dry.
Oh yeah.
It drops in it as soon as I wake up. And that's just part of, you know, one of the bajillion side effects to these drugs.
Yeah.
But ultimately, oh, there's the baby girl. There she is. Kiss her little black nose for me.
Yeah, she needed to go outside while she was barking. So we had.
Oh, okay.
We forgot to put her out before.
Not good.
Sorry.
Not good. Well, at least there's not 6 feet of snow on the ground.
Oh, I know. Yeah, she doesn't like the snow.
Well, after yesterday and the day before, I wish it was.
Oh, it's a little hot here.
Oh, I know. Jeff, let's face it, honey. You do not do well with
the heat.
And by heat, I mean anything above 60 degrees.
Yeah. 60. 60. That would be good.
So, see, all right. So let me just, you know, as our hour winds down here, I just want to make a case in point.
Yes.
To everyone that is watching this and is sitting home alone in front of a computer thinking, oh God, and I've got this going on and I've got that going on and I have this health problem and, you know, you're not alone. And just the camaraderie of the three of us tonight and knowing that you are out there and we are sending all of this energy your way to lift you up and to live as the embodiment of examples of how to walk over the hot coals of hell and be able to say, my feet were a little chilly. This feels pretty good. You know, I mean, it's hell is what you make of it.
Yeah.
And so is heaven. And, you know, I am a woman of faith. I am a spiritual person, but I also believe that heaven and hell exist right here on planet Earth.
Yep.
And we have to decide. And I don't think of you as a negative person. I really don't. I think of you as this bright light. And I know you have your struggles, and I know what they are. I get it totally. And maybe it is that balance that we strike. Because inevitably, Lynny, if I am having a hard day and I get a text message from you, you up, got your coffee yet? I immediately brighten up because I know we're going to get on the phone. We're going to talk. I know Jeff is home now. So he can't hide from me at work. You know, and say, oh, yeah, I'm working. I can't really talk right now. Oh, yes, you can. You are right there on the new sofa. That I saw pictures of. That, you know, you always have to move your daughter off of to give us space. And I know that. I know all these things. You know, and it's what I want to encourage people to do is to reach out with each other like this to your nearest and dearest. You know, we've got Candace. Look what Candace has been through. Look what Candace has been through and comes out on the other side with a bright, beautiful smile, just ready to take on the next day. And that woman has faced hardships. And in the course of a good, long life, well lived, all of us face hardships and obstacles. And it depends on how you decide to approach it. They're going to be in the road. Do you go over them? Do you dig under them? Do you cut around to the left? Do you cut around to the right? Or do you plow right through them?
I've been plowing right through.
Yeah. Well, look what happened to me. My mother died in June, and July, a month later, I got a death sentence.
I know.
I didn't even have time to grieve her properly.
I know. It has been so. That's when it's just been one thing after another, and all I can do is continue to go forward. That's all I even have on my forward shirt today.
Yep. I see that.
You know, because I
don't know what I have on under here.
I was gonna say, what's that?
I can show anybody.
Okay.
No. You just have to keep moving forward, and it's one. As I tell all the guys at work, I mean, the guys have been asking me lately. A lot of them is like 28 years. How do you do 28 years? I said it's one day at a time. You have good days and you have bad days, and you come back the next day and you do another day. And you just try to, you know, keep moving forward and, you know, think about how you treat people and how you want to be treated, and just, you know, being there for people when they need it and everything. It just, you know, it makes a world of difference.
Yeah, it does. It does. And you know what? If something's really not a big deal, don't make a big deal out of it. Don't bring the drama. Don't bring extra drama into something.
I don't have any resentment. You know, I'm not a whiny kind of person.
No. Yeah, I just mean like if somebody else is having a hard time. Okay, say like you have plans with somebody and things get messed up. If it's not a big deal, don't make a big deal out of it.
Right.
Everybody is struggling right now.
Yep.
So any kindness that you can extend to a person is well worth it, I think, right now.
Yeah. Well, I have my next appointment for my infusion and my EKG and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. Tuesday morning. Monday afternoon, Christine and I will be making banana bread. We're making brownies with no nuts. We call unit brownies. Get the joke. It's funny. Okay, Jeff got it.
Yeah.
And then we're having the pecan and walnut brownies.
Okay.
And then a little tray of chocolates in the middle because I can't have them.
I was going to say, and you're not going to be able to eat any of that.
I know. Well, in like little tiny little bits.
bits.
But
Yeah.
I've lost 10 pounds in 10
know.
days.
I
You know,
I
and
knew that
I'm
was going to
feeling
happen.
pretty damn good about that.
But
I
I
have got to
should.
tell you, because this shit right here, this stuff, this is the new
Mhm.
stuff, which is empty. I just took my last pill.
Good for you.
Now I have 3 days off.
3 days off.
And yeah, I mean, you know, I'm a sugar addict. I
Mhm.
like anything that is loaded with carbohydrates
Yep.
and it's gonna go live on my ass. I just
Mhm.
do.
Yep.
And so it's hard. You know, Jeff just lost weight to be able to
Mhm.
have this surgery.
Yeah, 20. I was down to 25 pounds total, and
Well, it was 30.
now,
actually.
yeah, one time I was down 30, but I'm still keeping it off, and because
Yeah.
I've changed my eating habits and different things, and it just made a change to try and to do this. So
Yeah, and they did with me too, because this particular drug has a tendency to elevate
Yep.
blood sugar. And
Right.
if your blood sugar stays too high, it can be bad.
Yeah.
You can go into a coma, you can die.
Yeah.
Since I don't want to die, that
Yeah,
means that I
Let's
can't
avoid
sit
that.
and watch TV and eat a bag full of Hershey's Kisses at night, which somehow
It
seems
sucks.
wrong. And
Snickers.
yet a small sacrifice weighed against, keep living,
Yeah.
or, have to find another drug that
Mhm.
allows me to be a lazy ass that eats a lot of chocolate.
Mhm.
But I have embraced this.
Yeah.
And you have embraced your situation. Jeff has embraced his situation. And maybe that's the key.
Mhm.
In the same way that I say embrace your fear and you
Yeah.
rob it of all power,
Mhm.
embrace what we're going through right now and just keep going,
That's what I'm
because
doing.
there is light on the other side of this, and a light so bright.
Yeah.
So bright. And then guess what's going to happen? Another trauma is going to
Yeah.
come down. Something else is going to happen.
Mhm.
But if we fight to maintain our equilibrium, our balance, our emotional stability through all of, I see you're flirting with your dog while I'm talking to you. Stop that.
All right. Not
Then-
looking. Not looking.
And reach out to each
Mhm.
other, reach out to the people that you love and you trust, and whatever you tell them, they get it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Reach out to those people, and you would be amazed at how much we all have in common.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
everyone is
Yep.
going through something.
Yep. They
So
are.
all right, well, yeah, okay, we're being thrown off the
So
air,
are we?
because Bill.
It's
Um,
that time.
It always helps to stay calm and try and keep the drama away.
Yes, it
You-
does.
If you
Yeah.
let the drama envelop you and not stay calm through it,
Yeah,
it just makes it worse.
it
Yeah.
does. And it doesn't have to be that way. We get to decide how we are going to react to any given situation. We make a choice.
Yep.
And so that's why I wanted the two of you on A World Awakening tonight, because we all have this in common. All of us have this in common. It's called being alive.
Being human.
Yep, being human.
Mhm.
And I want those out there that perhaps might be suffering in silence to know
Mhm.
it doesn't have to go that way.
Mm-mm.
And so I thank both of you with all my heart. I couldn't possibly love you more. And yet tomorrow morning when I wake up, I will love both of you just a little bit more. I truly will.
We love you as well.
Have a wonderful, wonderful night. And to
Yep.
those who are with us this evening as we sign off, we will just remind you always to lead with love in all things. Lead with love.
Yep.
Be
Yep.
kind, and always be that beacon of hope for those who need help, who are lost, who need to follow a light. Always be the light you seek. I
Yeah.
love you all. Have a wonderful night. Lynny, I'll call you in a minute. Okay.
Okay. Bye.
Yeah.
Bye.